Portland Northern after a quick change of the tape here. 1 ball, no strikes on Annie Reeves. There's a ground ball to short. A long throw to first retires Reeves. But Portland Northern scored 1 run that inning. Make the score at the end of 3 full innings. Portland High 6, Portland Northern 3. Coming up for the Portland High Big Reds in the top of the 3rd inning will be Amanda Earl, the pitcher, followed by Tanya Black and Sarah Schultz. Well, it looks like Earl got out of trouble. Only ended up giving up 1 run.
Dangerous inning there. And plus, I don't know if you saw it this week, but that last play kind of reminded me of something I saw happen to Kirk Gibson this week. Very unusual play with the helmets flying off. Of course, you know how Kirk loves to get that helmet off, but he was dashing from first, and he was going to get to third. The ball appeared as though it was going to be cleanly hit to the outfield. The ball ended up hitting Kirk's helmet, went right to the first baseman, and that left Kirk an easy out at third base.
Yeah, I saw that play, Bob. That was kind of a unique play here.
Yes.
The wind catching the camera a little bit, so if you see a little bit of waver, don't shoot the cameraman. Believe me, we're in the middle of a gale here.
Our cameraman's doing a fine job today in these windy conditions. As we look at Janet Hansen, a new pitcher.
Jan is a junior right-hander for Portland Northern Huskies. Jan has pitched 11 innings so far this year. Done a pretty nice job.
Mary Cuthbertson has gone in to play shortstop.
Okay.
Replacing Janet there.
And then Stephanie Watt goes out to left field. So still the same ball players in, just Coach Mike Newman maneuvering a little bit as his bench is a little bit thin. Still a girl or two on vacation. And
we talked with him about that before the game. He's one of their leading hitters.
Tracy Stanislawski
is down in Florida right now, and I'm sure Coach Newman would appreciate her bat today.
Well, Tracy's the catcher, does a nice job. Real fine hitter, good catcher. 500 hitter, they could use her in the middle of that order. But I guess a byproduct of that, it gives another girl an opportunity to come out and have a chance to star in the game.
How many times have we seen opportunity like that come a-knocking, and then we see another star rise to the fore?
Well, we're set here to start the top of the 4th inning. Amanda Earl, the batter. Amanda popped out to the first baseman her first time up.
Jan Hansen, by the way, is 0-1 on the year. She does have the only save on this Husky staff.
She has a solid 2.54 ERA, Bob. She's not a bad pitcher. She throws quite a bit, but being such a valuable infielder, Coach Mike Newman was elected to go with the freshman Stephanie Watt to pitch the majority of the games this year. Stephanie, again, suffering with a little bit of arm trouble today, having a little problem getting into the groove. So it's nice to have somebody like Jan Hansen that you can bring in. Yeah. Jan features, gets a lot of topspin on the ball. It's pretty hard to pick up on the TV screen, but she throws a pretty nice drop, has deceptive speed, a big motion, quite a bit of savvy out on the mound. And drop ball, a little bit low. 3 balls, 1 strike. It'll take a little while for Jan to get into the groove. Let's just hope she can find herself and throw strikes while she's struggling here.
This Husky team really has to put them down this inning, John, behind by 3 runs. Starting
and
to get
3 balls,
ball game.
3 balls, 2 strikes here in the top of the 4th inning. Let's see if the door can be shut by young Jan Hansen. Jan throws a 3-2 pitch, and she gets a little bit too low. Ball 4. So Amanda Earl will go to first, but I don't think she's going to be there too long. I think there's going to be a courtesy runner going in for her.
Oh, and she's holding on to that left knee.
Yep, Amanda's got a little bit of knee problem here. Tanya Black will be the batter.
We'll try and
Tanya's 0 for 2 today.
We'll try and get who that runner is, John. Of course, with the wind being what it is, most of the girls are wearing sweatshirts, so we can't get a number
I think it's Jackie Schneider, Bob.
Who immediately takes off for second base.
Blinding speed got her down there, plus the fact that the ball went all the way to the screen.
So Jackie Schneider in for Amanda Earl.
For Amanda Earl. Tanya Black the batter, Schneider on second base, nobody out. Hansen's next pitch is fouled off. 6-3 the score, top of the 4th inning. Coach George Popa's Big Reds carrying the lead. Delivery by Hansen is a ground ball to short.
Good luck. Good luck.
Good play by the
but
first
she goes
baseman.
anyway.
Good play by the first baseman there to stretch out and get the ball. Aaron Atwell over on first base did a nice job to come out and get that ball. As the shortstop now for the Port Huron Northern Huskies, Mary Cuthbertson, doesn't quite possess the arm that Jan Hansen did, but she got the play made.
That was evidenced
That's the
by her.
important thing.
Fundamentally very sound there. She looked that runner right back to the bag and then threw it over to first.
And the first
That
pitch
ball-
to Sarah Schultz is inside, and she skips rope, gets out of the way.
Ball appeared to hit her on the foot, and I think she looked at the umpire as though she was hit, but he didn't buy
Hansen
it.
sets, delivers a good pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jackie Schneider on third base. One out here right now. Sarah's goal is to move the ball on the ground somewhere. And that, there's a play, gets just over the shortstop's head, Cuthbertson. A solid base hit for Sarah Schultz.
Sarah's played a strong game for the Big Reds, both defensively.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Scored
She's a
two-
ball player.
Scored 2 runs and then just drove in another there.
Yeah, give her some room here. Step.
That'll bring up Christy Berry. 7-3 now. Let's see if Schultz takes off again. She's stolen every time, and this makes no exception. She'll win very easily this time as the ball gets off the shin pads of the catcher Hillary Hoxie. So that puts Schultz in scoring position now for Christy Berry. Christy's looking for her first hit today. She's walked and hit a line, 1 hopper down, or a ground ball to the second baseman. 0 for 1. Berry follows that one off.
Almost right into the booth, John.
1-1. You mean the van, Bob? Let's tell the people like it is. They got us in a van. We have to sit in the van to broadcast.
Even with our combined girth, that's what's needed to anchor us down
That's
today
right.
with
It's
this
still,
wind.
the van's still going. There's a pop of that one. Is going to blow into the catcher.
Tough chance there.
That's where if you have the ordinary catcher there, she's out directing traffic. As
Wow.
ball is.
We saw that right in front of our booth, or van, if you
The
prefer.
ball started out just about at the outfield grass, and actually the play could have been made by the catcher.
That
Third
foul-
baseman came in, and again, it's another case that she stepped towards the ball kept carrying farther away from her, and she finally reached out at the last minute, and the ball got off her
For
glove.
those at home, that ball was like a graph of how you would want a stock to go. That went straight out.
Christy Berry again, and the misplayed ball hurts. Watt makes a strong throw into home, and guns out Sarah Schultz. Left field to home on the single by Christy Berry. Stephanie Watt, the pitcher, goes out into left field. And she's kind of holding her and shaking her shoulder a little bit. After all the pitching I've done, I know it's not the world's greatest feeling to have to crank one up overhand after you've been throwing a lot of pitches underhand. It's a whole different
She threw
muscle.
a strike, though, right to Hillary Hoxie.
And Hoxie did a nice job, got the tag down on Sarah Schultz. That'll be a single for Christy Berry, and an out the left fielder to home plate. 7-2 for those of you keeping score.
That was a nice wrap by Christy Berry.
Yeah, line drive, and again, play was set up. A nice play by the
That's
third
why they
baseman.
call it the hot
Northern.
corner. She's
Yeah,
seen some
there's-
shots down there today.
Well, the Big Reds score another run here in the 4th inning. Had a couple of hits, a couple of nice plays by Christy Porty at third base, a nice throw by Stephanie Watt to avoid further trouble at the end of 3.5 innings, halfway through the game. It's 7-3, Port Huron High Big Reds. Coming to bat for Port Huron Northern will be Dana Smear. She'll be followed by Hillary Hoxie and Mary Cuthbertson. Amanda Earl's thrown a fairly consistent game so far, Bob. She's managed to have just enough control to be able to avoid any real problems.
She's had some spotty problems. She's given up some walks on 4 straight pitches, but fortunately for her and the Big Reds, she's been able to string those out, 1 per inning perhaps. The Northern Huskies, though, they're coming up with their number, with their
bottom of the order.
No, bottom of the order.
Yep. Dana Smear, Hillary Hoxie, Mary Cuthbertson.
They need to have the bottom of the order contribute here and get the top of the order producing to get back into this ball game.
Well, my observation is the Northern hitters have to become a little bit more aggressive. They're not swinging the bats aggressively. Even when they are hitting it, they're not hitting line drives.
Which is exactly what the Big Reds are doing.
Yeah, Big Reds are attacking the ball with a lot more authority than Port Huron Northern thus far. And again, Port Huron Northern's missing the big bat of Tracy Stanislavski in the lineup, and she's one of the big power hitters. But no excuses. They've got to get it done with the 9 people that are out there on the field right now. And let's see if Dana Smear can get it going. And she squares around, takes a strike. I don't know, I'm not totally sold on this squaring around stuff. I really think it takes a lot of your aggressiveness away from you as a batter. That ball is up and out of play.
Oh, and the young coach from the Big Reds made that stop.
That was a great running catch.
Unfortunately for his team, it doesn't count.
Well, he's happy his hat didn't blow off, I got a hunch.
Yeah. It's a little dangerous going to field those on such a day for an inexperienced fan.
Set by Earl. 2-strike pitch is down low. Dana Smear, the right fielder for Port Huron Northern. And takes the ball.
Well, she had her down 0-2 in the count.
That evens it at 2-2. Still a good pitcher's pitch. Still a good pitcher's pitch. Right now, Earl just wants to throw a strike. Set by Amanda. And she just tried to guide that one in. It was a little too high. She threw that one with no authority. She was just really struggling for a strike. 3 balls, 2 strikes to count. And foul tipped and held on to by the catcher Peters. And that's a strikeout for Amanda Earl as Dana Smear strikes out. That'll bring up Hillary Hoxie. Hillary, natural shortstop, catching today. Hillary up to bat, 1 out. She fakes, squares around, takes the ball outside.
Hillary had the dubious distinction of being picked off to end that 2nd inning, John.
Yeah, it's a tough way to end an inning.
She wants to atone for that, I'm sure.
Little rookie mistake there. Which is called strike.
I agree with you getting back to that squaring off to bunt when they have no intention to. That shook up Amanda a little bit earlier, and I'm sure that's why they were doing it. But at this point, they need to think about getting on base.
Well, the bad thing with that, Bob, is you don't get a good hip rotation when you do swing the bat, so you end up swinging all arms and you drag a lazy bat through the strike zone. What you need to do is get back on that back foot and attack the ball. You see how Hillary makes out on this pitch. She takes a strike. A nice pitch by Amanda Earl.
Hillary thought that was inside.
Earl back in the groove again. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ground ball deep in the hole. It's short. Schultz makes a long throw to first. And a tag put on by Christy Berry at first base. Strong throw from Schultz. Deep in the hole.
Play.
Threw it over. Christy Berry made sure she assessed the situation, made sure that she had time to be able to go up and get the ball and come back down and make the tag on Hoxie. Nice play all the way around.
Schultz just playing a super game today.
Hey, you think she might be in for the 3-star selection here?
I would say she's certainly on the list, John.
On the list, huh? Mary Cuthbertson, the hitter. 2 outs, bottom of the 4th. Comes through a little late against Amanda Earl. Hits it to right field. Foul, 2 strikes. On deck, Jan Hansen, hoping that Port Huron Northern keep the inning alive here. Mary Cuthbertson the hitter, Amanda Earl the pitcher. 7-3, bottom of the fourth. And there's a line shot up the middle. Now that was a nice job of attacking the ball. She hit a solid single to center.
John, I'd say that was the best hit, the most solid hit so far today for the Huskies.
Might have been
a
the
line
first
shot up the middle.
I agree with you, Bob. That might have been the first real solid hit they've had. Now here's a gal that can hit it solid. Jan Hansen, let's see how she does. Let's see if Northern can get a little two-out Yankee rally going.
Got 2 outs.
Amanda Earl and the Big Reds are hoping to put a stopper on it right now before it gets going. Pitch high and inside. Oh, there's a trap job done.
Oh, and Sarah Schultz with her first mistake of the day. She
Bob
had to go low for that ball, but
you know what Mary Cuthbertson was doing down by 4 runs on that one?
Boy.
She got out there in no man's land and kind of froze.
That's one of those things
Assistant Coach Stu Kilborn over there having a little chuckle with her. It's a lot more humorous when you make it back safely.
Indeed.
But that is a base running gaff right there.
tends to give coaches gray hairs.
Well, Stu Kilborn has enough gray hairs already. He doesn't need any more. Second pitch delivered by Earl is strike. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Isn't that the way it goes? I praise Sarah Schultz as having a strong game, and well,
pop up the infield. Schultz camps under it and makes the catch. So that retires the side.
Makes it a non-eventful mistake there.
That'll be no runs on 1 hit, no errors by the Big Reds, 1 person left on base at the end of 4 full innings. Port Huron High still holding a 7-3 lead. Jan Hansen coming out for her second inning. It looked like she started settling down a little bit after a little bit of early wildness, Bob.
But they got to really put the clamps on this Big Red attack this inning to stay close. That wind might be settling down a little bit here.
Leafs Lashbrook will be leading it off for the Big Reds here in the top of the 5th. Kim Valdez be hitting second, followed by Bridget Lavick, who hit the big triple in the 3rd inning to score a couple runs for the Big Reds off in the right fielder's glove. Jan Hansen out there studying concentration. She's got a little bit of a ornery look on her face. Jan isn't real big on losing. She's a real competitor. She loses with grace, but that doesn't mean you have to like it. She doesn't like the situation that the Port Huron Northern Huskies are in now, right now, down by 4 runs. She's not real happy with herself that she took a hittable pitch and popped out to the shortstop last time. She knows she's an athlete. She can assess that this so far hasn't been her best game of the year. Let's see if she can shut out the Big Reds the rest of the way and give Northern's bats a chance to come alive and get the Huskies back into this game. Lisa Lashbrook leading it off. Lisa was hit by Stephanie Watt her last time up, and she ended up scoring a run. Walks and hit batters and errors will kill you. They seem to have a way of...
Indeed. Especially the bottom of the lineup.
That's for sure.
The bottom of the lineup has been productive for the Big Reds today. And that's one of the keys to why they're in front by 4 runs.
And pitches high and outside.
Might have tried to overthrow that one, it appeared.
Yeah, I think she tried to put a little too much on it. She needs to stretch out a little bit more. There's a good looking pitch right there. A lot of times if a pitcher's having control problems, if they stretch out that stride a little bit, that'll straighten around the release point and help bring it down. There's another good pitch. She seemed to find her groove, has the ball going down nicely. He's even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Jan delivers again, strike 3. Bobbled by Hillary Hoxie, but she makes a put out back to the first baseman. So it's a strikeout for Jan Hansen and Lisa Lashbrook.
Hillary settled down behind the plate, John. After a shaky first inning.
Yeah, she's done a very, very admirable job under dire circumstances. Wind blowing in her face on every pitch. Kim Valdez. Kim's had a signal today. Scored a run. Nobody on. Jan Hansen sets. Delivers.
Must have been just
I think
outside.
it was a little bit outside. Although I think he might have called it a strike on the delayed call. A little hard to tell sometimes. Swing and a miss there. That makes the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. How did I spot that late call there, Bob? I think Mr. Shylock would have been proud of that one. That one came about 10 seconds after the pitch, I think. He finally went up with the right hand. Right now, the short delay is all of a sudden there was a gust of wind blowing some sand right towards the catcher. So
Kick me the next time I start to say the wind's dying down.
yeah, really, I think he jinxed it. Now there's a pop-up to the pitcher, first baseman, or catcher. The first baseman comes drifting in and makes a put-out unassisted. 2 away as Aaron Atwell comes in and surrounds that little pop-up that ordinarily would be just a little routine pop-up. Nothing routine today. Bridget Lovick, the batter. Bridget had the triple last time up. 1 for 2. She wears a uniform gig on her back.
Must be a nickname of sorts. Or short for Bridget somehow, is that?
Gig,
Would
I
you
guess.
surmise that?
Yeah, that or she was a big Gig Young fan. I don't know. Is he still around? I think Gig Young's been gone a long time. Am I getting that old? I'm bringing up Gig Young.
John, you're getting that old.
Pitch inside to Bridget. And good looking pitch.
Took a bit off
Caught
of
the
that.
knees. Well, she put a little bit of topspin on it, made it go down. Again, Jan's got a lot of potential as a pitcher, but being such a fine infielder, he almost ground ball to short. And a nice play that time by Mary Cuthbertson, who's been pressed into duty a sharp. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. And at the end of 4.5 innings, it's still Port Huron High 7, Port Huron Northern 3.
Well, the Huskies have to be heartened by their first 1-2-3 inning against the Big Reds on defense.
Nice job by Jan Hansen keeping the ball around the plate. Got a strikeout. Nice play. I was impressed.
Yes.
Mary Cuthbertson showed a little stronger arm that time than the first time. She was a little bit tentative on the first ground ball and just barely got the out. That time she used some nice fundamentals, got the ball over there in plenty of time. I don't think Coach Mike Newman's heart was pumping quite as much that time as the previous time. Mike Newman does a very nice job with this young Port Huron Northern team. They feature only 2 seniors on the entire squad, and they have 6 people that are either sophomores or freshmen, and yet they're 3-3. They're playing 500 balls so far this year.
Boy, that really bodes well for their future, John.
They have two solid pitchers right now. Jan Hansen and Stephanie Watts going to be around 3 more years after this year. Young Hillary Hoxie, the catcher, shortstop, jack of all trades. I understand throws the ball pretty well. Just really hasn't had a chance to prove herself as Watt and Hansen are a little bit more developed at this stage.
She's getting that opportunity.
Well, Stephanie Watt's going to see what she can do leading off here. She takes a strike as Coach Mike Newman has everybody taking the first pitch. Stephanie started the game on the mound, moved out to left field. Second hitter in the Port Huron Northern lineup. And she hits one to Sarah Schultz at short. Schultz gobbles it up, makes the out 6-3. Showed a real nice set of hands there, Bob, where she gobbled the ball and made a quick recovery.
I'll see. Sarah playing an excellent game, continued for the.
You still have her on your first ballot here for the 3-star selection after the game.
And lo and behold, I have not jinxed her yet with that. Except maybe on that failed pickoff attempt when Mary Cuthbertson was caught between first and second.
First pitch outside to Aaron Atwell. Game settling down here a little bit after some wild goings on a little earlier with walks and everything else.
Earl is pitching a very good game.
She's
John.
keeping her team in it, doing a real workmanlike job, keeping her bases on balls at a respectable level.
Yes. Very few mistakes, which is what we thought might have been the key with this win.
Staying around the plate. And there's a solid hit off the glove of the third baseman, and a great play by Sarah Schultz, who took the deflection off from the third baseman way in the hole and rifled a perfect strike across, all the way across the diamond to Christy Berry at first base. And gets out Aaron Atwell, who runs well.
But if you're Aaron Atwell, you say right there that this might not be our day.
I think maybe they need to start hitting the ball to somebody else, Bob. They've proved that she can make the plays.
Yes.
That is.
That might have confirmed Sarah for the player of this game.
That's 7 assists on ground balls for Sarah Schultz. That's quite a few here for her only being the 5th inning. Jennifer Harvey, the DH, up to bat. 2 tough outs here. Bottom of the 5th. Little bit inside there. Mandurl thought it might have caught the corner.
Coach Tolles helped us out there a little bit with some body language that we could make out fairly easily.
Phil's been around a long time umpiring, playing softball in the city of Port Huron. Does a very nice job. 3-1 the count.
Take one, hit it hard.
Mandurl in control, needs to come in with a strike. She delivers, and it's too low. Ball 4, so Jennifer Harvey gets on base via base on balls, and Christy Porter becomes the batter. 2 outs, runner on first, 7-3 the score. Christy Porter the batter, Jennifer Harvey on first. Amanda Earl delivers past the catcher Peters and going in easily to second base, Jennifer Harvey. Wild pitch on Amanda Earl.
Work hard, she's not doing a lot of strikes. She hit it up the middle last time. Keep hitting it hard, that's all you do.
Coach Mike Newman exhorting his Port Huron Northern Huskies on. Hit it hard somewhere. Chip away.
Just what can spur a team on, John's a 2-out rally.
Little 2-out old Yankee rally here, Bob.
Can deflate the Big Reds here. Let's see what the Huskies can do.
Ball on a strike, Christy Porter. There's a ground ball to short. I think they hit it to the... Oh, this time! Schultz uncorks a wild one. Coming in to score.
A rare mistake, and I think she might have been...
Jennifer Harvey scores from third base on the wild throw.
Thrown off there. The Jennifer Harvey was just about in back of her. She could have almost just reached out and touched her. That might have affected her.
I think
as she threw high to first base.
Yeah, I think she got caught a little bit. Sarah got caught that time throwing a little bit off from her back foot. She didn't really follow through with the throw.
You don't want to give that easy.
Got it up a little bit high. First baseman Christy Berry couldn't quite come down with it. I think if she had a first baseman's glove, she might have been able to make that play. It was just off the tip of her glove.
You can bring it up.
Well, let's see how that affects Amanda Earl here, as the Huskies have come across with 1 run here in the bottom of the 5th.
That narrows the gap to 7-4. Annie Reeves trying to keep the rally going. A base hit and narrow the margin to 2. Ball and a strike. Dana Smear on deck, hoping that Annie Reeves can keep it alive here with 2 outs. Christy Porter on second. Pitch on the inside corner, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
You can throw it over the plate next time. Let's go. Come on, Annie, give it a rip.
Set by Earl. Ball is up high.
She had a notion there, John.
She had a notion, was able to hold up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Good pitch by Earl. Amanda's shown some very nice poise for the most part here today. Ooh, pitch was very close. Don't know how they took it.
Annie looks a little relieved there.
Yeah, that was a very close pitch.
That was called a ball.
Apparently a little bit inside. Full count. So Reeves battling to keep it alive. Strike 3. Called out on strikes.
That looked a little low, John.
Well, I guess we could sit here and play umpire all day,
Yes.
Bob, but Bill Tolles has the final say, and
Yes, and either way, we go to the top of the 6th.
with the score 7 for the Port Huron High Big Reds, 4 for Port Huron Northern, as Port Huron Northern came across with 1 run in the 5th inning without the benefit of a base hit. A walk and an error did it. So let's see how the Port Huron High Big Reds react.
A rare error there by Sarah Schultz, who has played a strong game.
You're not taking
Shortstop.
away your 3-star selection yet, are you, Bob?
Not yet. Unless another player comes to the fore, I think she may have it.
Jan Hansen going out to start her 3rd inning of relief.
She's done a good job coming on.
She's given up 1 run so far. 1 run and 1 hit, I believe, 2 hits. Leading off for the Big Reds will be the catcher, Jackie Peters. Amanda Earl will be the second batter with Tanya Black in the hole.
John, we had a pretty good crowd come out today, despite the conditions, to cheer on their favorite team, be it the Big Reds or the Huskies.
Now, are we going by tickets sold, a turnstile count, or just how do we rate this crowd here?
Estimated gate.
Estimated gate. I'll tell you, they're a brave and hardy bunch out there.
Yes.
Although this is about as warm as it's been all year. Gosh,
it's-
it might the first number might be close to 6. Might be 60 out here. Of course, with a 60-mile-an-hour wind, the wind chill is about 5.
Compared to what we've seen this spring, John, this is a pretty nice day.
Coach George Pope and Coach Mike Newman, I think, are just happy that it's not raining.
Yes. course
6
they're-
games in the middle of the season, and Port Huron High hasn't fared a lot better with 9 games in. It's tough to get much continuity going.
Tough to want to get up there and swing the bat when it's that cold drizzle that we get so often in Michigan.
Hansen's first pitch is drilled into right center field by Peters. Center fielder comes in and hustles in and almost throws Peters out at first. But that's a solid base hit for Peters. We got Christy Gons who's going to go in and run for Jackie Peters. Nobody out, Amanda Earl at the plate.
See if Amanda can help out her own cause here.
Well, a bunt's definitely in order right now with the top of the order coming up. Try to get another run to the lead. Beautiful bunt, goes foul. Real nice fundamentals that time by Amanda Earl. For those of you watching, the ideal position to get the barrel of the bat out ahead of the plate, have the end of the bat level or a little bit higher than level. You don't drop your bat or put it at an angle that it's going to go into foul territory. Let the ball hit the bat.
And you square off right away. There are some who advocate that you
there's 2
hold
strikes.
off and try and
That
fake
time,
out the other team, but when you want to bunt the ball, the object is to move the runner down to
That's
second.
right.
You want to square off and you want to be ready to bunt that.
that's right. Amanda Earl that time, she jabbed at the ball a little bit, and Coach George Popa came in and reminded her that, hey, you need to catch that ball on the bat. Just put it in play. Amanda takes a strike 3. Jan Hansen comes in knee-high with an 0-2 pitch. Takes one away, top of the order, Tanya Black. Let's see if Coach George Popa sends a base runner here. Let's see if we have the square around and the runner take off. Oh, looks like we're playing it fairly straight up so far. First pitch is called a strike. Jan Hansen settles down.
It's probably a good move not sending the runner here, John. Jan's throwing hard. She's throwing strikes. But more important, the Big Reds have made good contact this game. They got their number 2 and 3 hitters coming up. They don't want to take themselves out of a good inning here.
It's a good point, Bob. I think maybe if there's 2 outs, they might send the runner to get her in scoring position. Don't want to take the bat out of anybody's hand. Pitch is inside. Of course, we don't know Miss Gon's speed down there on first base either. I got a hunch if it was Sarah Schultz, she'd be running. But Coach George Popa, before the game, alluded to the fact that Port Huron High doesn't steal a lot of bases. There's a ground ball to short. Long throw to first, gets by the first baseman. And the runners advance to second and third. Little weakness in the arm of the shortstop, Mary Cuthbertson, showed a little bit again that time, and first baseman Aaron Atwell didn't really give her much help by getting off the bag on that time, on that particular throw. She should have stepped off the bag, and she could have, at the very least, avoided the runners advancing. That play could have been made by the first baseman. We'll have to give it an E6.
Have to give Christy Gann some credit there. She got down to second awfully fast.
Yeah, did a nice job.
Really shut off that option of going to second for Mary at shortstop.
Strike called.
Sarah's had a strong game, hasn't she, John? Been on base three times out of 3.
Sarah, yeah, she sure has.
Made some outstanding fielding plays.
She stands in there and takes her cut. Stands in there and takes her cut. Good-looking ball player.
Very complete ball player today.
She can hit, run, field. Not a lot more you can do.
Wearing a red uniform with the number 9, remind you of another great in another sport, John? Uh-oh.
Let's look out here. And it's out of play. Right over our heads.
That might have jarred our ears. So
Makes you kind of glad we're not sitting in a convertible here.
Yeah, of course, might have been able to make a play on it.
And that should be caught by Watt. Oh no, and it gets off of her. And then she throws to home.
Uh-oh, the base runner there not paying much attention there to where that ball went. She could have scored. Well, before the game, John, didn't we say that wind might play some havoc? And I think it definitely came into play.
Big advantage, Porter and High. They've been hitting fly balls, and again, a real tough chance to Stephanie Watt. Although, you can make a lot of excuses, but a fly ball to left field in the air, you really need to catch the ball. If you get your body squared up to the ball, you'll catch it. That time she was trying to play it off the end of her glove sideways, and the ball got her way, and then she compounded her error by throwing to the wrong base. If she would have thrown to third that time, she had a real strong chance of getting the runner at third.
Unlike that 3-bagger that, as we saw it earlier in the game, where it went off the right fielder's glove, I think I'd have to go with an error on that play, John.
Well, that's 2 errors this inning, as Jan Hansen's not getting a lot of support. Should be out of the inning.
2 errors, 1 run in, and
runners on second and third.
The Big Red's best hitter on base.
He's going to walk. Catch, ready for it. Comes across, hit.
They're going to walk Christy Berry intentionally. Whoa!
Gotta be careful there.
Yeah.
Oh. And just what the coach signaled his players to be on the alert for?
It's an awfully tough thing to do for a fast pitch pitcher, especially one that's inexperienced. You work and work and work on the rhythm of throwing the ball over the middle of the plate, and then all of a sudden they want you to lob 4 outside. That's not good.
No.
The best thing to do is just tell her to keep the ball away from the strike zone. Don't necessarily try to throw that intentional walk. Just throw the pitches normal velocity outside of the strike zone.
And as we've seen here, it obviously backfired on him.
Yeah, wild pitch. Man, that was a wild one, as Jan just held on the ball way too long. It's just a real foreign thing, something that she's going to be a complete pitcher. She will have to work on it a little bit. Next pitch. There, that's a little bit better. She threw that with her normal rhythm. Coach Mike Newman going out to settle Janet down a little bit.
She might be a little bit upset.
Yeah,
of course, as a result of that.
Not a lot's going right for her this inning.
No. Christy Berry's looking for an RBI here.
Mike Newman, Coach Mike Newman comes jogging back off the field. 2 balls, no strikes here, and the pretty much intentional walk to Christy Berry. That last pitch was a lot better than the first one, as Jan just threw at normal velocity and was able to keep it within catching range.
Well, we're being treated during this timeout in the boys' baseball game to that favorite old tune, the Brady
Ball
Bunch
3
theme song.
outside, 3 balls, no strikes. Hansen sets. And it's called a strike.
Right at the letters there, John.
Gotta be you, Rook. Gotta be you.
Hansen sets again. Throws another strike.
Ooh.
And the play is made by Erin Atwell, who kind of lost track of what was going on. She didn't even check the runner on third base. Made a beeline for first.
Hard shot, and she probably wasn't expecting it, but to her credit, made a fine stop.
Well, in a situation like that, Bob, you got to make sure that that run does not score. The play was in front of her.
Indeed.
Well, she did make a nice stop. RBI for Barry, ground out to first base, unassisted. Now makes the score 10-4. Three big runs in here for the Port Huron High Big Reds. Sixth inning. Dana Hodgins, the third baseman, the hitter. Line drive up the gap. This could be trouble. Watt gets over right away, cuts it off nicely, and holds Hodgins to a single. Yes, Hansen is getting roughed up a little bit here in the top of the sixth, but in all fairness to Jan, the inning should have been over a while ago.
Not had good fielding support, that is correct, John. But the Port Huron Big Reds are hitting the ball well
That's right.
today.
They're swinging the bats. That's the difference in the game as of right now. Port Huron High has definitely outplayed Port Huron Northern through the first 5.5 innings anyhow.
And they've managed to open up a 6-run lead here, their biggest of the game. And they may not be done.
Hey Bob, the wind died a little bit again.
Well, I'm glad you said it instead of me, otherwise we'd have another gale.
Yeah, the
it
ball gets by the right fielder, but the base runner doesn't take advantage of it. It's Dana Hodgins on first. Little base running boner there. Should have been to third with 2 outs very easily. Stays at second base on the loop single to right by Lisa Lashbrook. Kim Valdez now the batter. Jan Hansen has a decent changeup, but she hasn't really thrown it yet, and she's thrown every pitch at about the same speed. The batters are just digging in. They've got her time now, and she's kind of at their mercy. She's really got to mix up her speeds a little bit more to be effective. She's not that hard of a thrower that she can just stand there and pump it by them.
And these Big Reds are up there swinging the bat.
Good hitting team. There's a pop-up. Center fielder comes in and makes a nice running catch. So a nice play by the Port Huron Northern center fielder.
And a
That's
big inning.
Shannon Martin out there.
That's a big inning for the
Big
Big
innings
Reds
for the Big
there.
Reds. They score 3 more times. So after 5.5 innings, Port Huron High Big Reds have a commanding 10-4 lead. Well, Bob, it looked like the Big Reds had their hitting shoes on that inning, and that's where the defense really has to come to the fore.
Yes. Some tough chances, but some makeable chances there, and that really opened up the door for the Big Reds to really take advantage and open up their largest lead of the game.
Well, let's see if the Port Huron Northern Huskies can do it again with Dana Smear leading the inning off, followed by Hillary Hoxie and then Mary Cuthbertson here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
The Big Reds continue to play in the field as they have thus far. The game will be over.
Well, a real big key is I think the Big Reds had this game pretty well in tow as long as Amanda Earl doesn't suffer from a case of wildness here.
Yes.
And again, if you look at most of the runs scored in this game, it's been a result of wild pitching. With the exception of last inning where the Big Reds did hit some balls hard, basically the runs have been scored on mental mistakes and walks and errors and pass balls.
And as opposed to that, I believe just one of the Huskies' runs came as a result of an error.
Yeah.
That by the shortstop, Sarah Schultz, who has otherwise played a fine game.
Mm-hmm.
Actually has prevented some Husky runs from crossing the plate. Nice pitch there, that last pitch.
First pitch in Dana Smear. And Dana hits the ball hard. Schultz
Oh, might have been
goes
better
back
off.
and makes a nice play, but
Might have been better off holding on to that one.
she should have eaten the ball. You're right. Got a nice arm, but it doesn't do you much good when you throw it into the third deck. She threw that one about 5 feet over the outstretched glove of Christy Berry, and Basically, all it did was allow the base runner to advance to second. That's a single and an error on the shortstop. That's actually the third error for Sarah today, and most of them have been on plays where she tried to do a little bit more than really is physically possible. Hillary Hoxie takes the first pitch for a strike.
It's the nature of her position. But as we were saying earlier before this inning started, fundamentally the Big Reds have been sound in the field. Boy, I hope that doesn't go the other way on them.
Well, the lead runner's on. That's what Port Huron Northern needs. They need a bunch of base runners. They need some instant runs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Get back in this game. They trail by 6. Bottom of the order. Hillary Hoxie, Mary Cuthbertson on deck. Another pitch delivered wide. 2 balls, 1 strike. Coach Mike Newman would love to see nothing more than Hillary Hoxie be able to work Amanda Earl for a walk. Put 2 runners on base.
I think
And pitch called a little bit low, I believe, by umpire Bill Tolles.
no, it was a strike because it's now 2-1.
Ball 4. As you were saying?
Yeah.
I thought he gave the low motion.
Yeah.
He gave it with his right hand, though. That can cause a little
think
confusion.
As we get to the top of the order here, I would think that Coach Newman has had to have to talk with his team, telling them maybe to go to the right side or the left side of the infield here, which has been untested for the.
You mean the right
the
side?
Big Reds.
The second baseman, first base side, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I apologize, folks, for trying me with this. But I think that would be sound advice for him, for some of his seasoned hitters. We might have seen Mary trying to do that there. She kind of gave a.
I'm not exactly
bunt,
sure what that
trying
was.
to punch that ball.
Really, it wasn't a very good effort at hitting the ball. It wasn't a bunt. It wasn't a swing. It was just kind of a wasted effort there. Puts her in a hole. Puts her in a hole. Outside.
We've got some action over there in the Big Reds bullpen.
Kim Valdez is
warming up
loosening up a little bit.
Relief pitcher.
Watch that throw back to first now.
High and outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The count evens up. Amanda Earl, 2-2 count. Sets. There's a line drive, double play.
Oh.
No, it isn't a double play.
Couldn't get it out of her glove.
Couldn't get it out of her glove. Hillary Hoxie almost makes another major base running mistake on the line drive. She should have been picked off, but the second baseman for the Big Reds couldn't quite get it out of her glove to retire. So, ball hit well by Mary Cuthbertson.
Had the right idea, and to the right side of the infield.
The right side of the infield, but
On the ground.
up to the challenge was the second baseman for the Port Huron High Big Reds, Bridget Lovick. Top of the order now for Port Huron Northern. Jan Hansen, the batter, takes first pitch for a ball. And Earl sets, delivers high and inside.
A high, hard one.
Right now, Jan just needs a base runner. She can't hit a 6-run home run, so basically what she needs to do is just keep the rally going. Everybody's job is just to keep the rally going. Do anything you can do to get on base. 2-0 pitch is taken by Jan Hansen for a strike.
Good pitch.
Yeah, she would have loved to swing at that one. One reason they always look so good when you're taking them is to keep your head right on the pitch,
Yes.
where a lot of times when you're swinging, you pull your head out. Everybody thinks they can hit that one they take. There's a ball. Nice block by
stop.
Peters. 3 balls, 1 strike.
The Big Reds catcher, John, has put in a strong game today.
She's done a nice job. So she's in line as one of your 3 stars
Yes.
for today. also.
Fundamentally sound Big Reds team we've seen today.
They've done a real nice job today.
Good job.
They've carried the mail so far.
Of course, as
Ball
always,
4.
that's always a credit. You have to credit the coaching staff.
Another walk by Amanda Earl. Brings up Stephanie Watt with the sacks are drunk. 1 person out.
Amanda has to throw strikes here.
Smear at third, Hoxie at second. Hanson at first. First pitch down low. Stephanie Watt. Coach Mike Newman's instructions are pretty implicit that he wants his hitters taking a strike. He's relying on the fact he's making the gamble that Amanda Earl is going to have some control problems.
Well, I think she is tiring here a little, John. I think we can see it.
Terrible pitch, no advance, and it's actually a wise move on the part of the runner on third base, Dana Smear, not to advance on that play. No chances when you're down 6 runs.
No. Not the fastest of runners, and with the bases loaded.
I wouldn't try to score unless the catcher falls down and breaks her leg trying to go get the ball. Hopefully that wouldn't happen. Basically, the runner's got to play at one station at a time now. Especially with Amanda. She's running out of gas really quickly. Backup pitcher Kim Valdez.
I think she's ready over there. This might be the last batter Amanda faces.
And ball 4, Stephanie Watt walks on 4 pitches to force in a run. Narrows the gap to 10-5. And the tying run is on deck for the Port Huron Northern Huskies. Better Aaron Atwell.
There they go again, John. Back to that. Let's see if we can fake out the pitcher by going with the bunt. Of course,
not ready to hit it, but it's a pure take.
No batter's going to swing before
that's right. It's a pure take sign that time. Now you got to start swinging the bat. Fly ball to center. And nice, strong throw.
Good throw by the center fielder.
Yeah, Tanya Black just got that ball rifled a strike. It's good thing that the runner on third, Hillary Hoxie, didn't try to score on that. She would have been a dead duck.
Hey, John, is that not the first ball hit out of the infield by the Huskies today?
Yeah, by not only your recollection, Bob, but by the score sheet. That is the first put out by the outfield today. And square around for the called strike, Jennifer Harvey. Northern's approach to this game, maybe they're looking for that walk just a little bit too much. My gosh, you got the bases loaded. You want to step up there and hit the first good-looking pitch that comes your way.
Well, we've seen the Big Reds get the lead, and I think you'd agree that they've done it by swinging that bat.
This is Port Huron Northern's cleanup hitter, and gee whiz, you got to have confidence in your ability to hit it. Right now is the time for a nice base hit to score 2 and narrow this game down. Pop up to second base, and it's caught. So, Amanda Earl does a nice job getting out of trouble. She comes back and has good control. Port Huron Northern scores 1 run in the 6th inning. Don't believe they had a hit. They left the bases loaded, and at the end of 6 complete innings, it's Port Huron Northern, or Port Huron High 10, Port Huron Northern 5.
Well, they sure needed to get out of that inning with a couple more runs, John. Down 5 runs last inning.
Opportunity definitely down the drain, Bob.
And hopefully we'll have enough tape to finish this game.
You have your number 3 and number 4 hitters coming up with the bases loaded and
get 1 run out.
1 out and don't score anymore. Don't score anymore.